All right, we are live. Woo!
What's reality, man?
Yeah, what is Marcoverse episode 3?
Tres?
Tres.
I like it. I'll take it.
Yes,
Yeah.
Eric Owen is in the house. Dude, I'm so happy that you're here and I'm looking at you in the flesh.
You're a good-looking dude. You're not bad to look at yourself.
Come on.
Yeah,
Stop
yeah.
it. Look
Hottest
at that
man
bod.
on YouTube. Hottest man on YouTube.
Hottest man on YouTube. Yeah. Guys, listen up.
Only the dudes.
Only the
check
dudes.
'em out.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. So I got steak at home.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna jump right in. I just have to do it.
Let's go.
Brother,
Yes.
you are nominated
Oh, yeah.
for two
Two of them.
Two, not
of them.
one.
Yeah.
Unos dos.
Those.
Dude, fucking
Yeah.
amazing.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it? What's it been like?
It's interesting. And it's obviously it's just good.
Yeah,
Cool.
of course.
Yeah, it's nice to be like if we win, cool. If not, it doesn't really matter. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't but it's nice to be recognized by your peers.
Of course.
You know, it is. It's funny how one of them is breakthrough group of the year.
Yeah.
And we're breaking through in our 10th year.
In your 10th year, yeah.
On our 6th album.
Yeah.
But they do, there's Juno rules where I think you can't be nominated for group of the year until you're nominated for breakthrough. It's like, strict.
Okay.
So you can't go for that unless you go for this one first.
I see.
Not that one, this one.
So there's like a whole underworld even to
there
these.
There is.
Yeah, that's just it's crazy.
Yeah, but no, it's cool. It's going to be exciting. We're going to go walk the red carpet and all that. I don't know how that's going to be, but it'll be cool.
Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah. When is it again? I actually
Sunday.
keep saying this Sunday.
This Sunday, yeah. So we are going to play in Toronto tonight, play in Ottawa tomorrow, fly back from Ottawa to Toronto on Sunday, do the Juno thing, and then fly from Toronto to Montreal for our last show on Monday, and then fly back to Austin.
Right.
It's a lot.
It's a lot.
It's going to be good.
Yeah.
And Marco's here. Marco Popman Patino.
Marco Popman Patino. Oh, that's a story. That's a story.
Yeah.
I love that story.
I also love how a lot of people, when they met you that didn't know that, my cousin Marcus, for example, he thought it was Pot Man. For a long time, we're like, oh, he smokes a lot of weed. We're like, no, it's pop, soda, because he's American too, so pop was a different thing.
Yeah,
so,
yeah.
No, it's like soda. We joke that he drinks a lot of soda, even though he doesn't. It makes no sense.
It makes no sense, but it's great. I feel like we should explain that, but maybe you want. How about this? You know what? Do you remember? Could you explain it to someone?
The Genesis?
The Genesis, because I have to explain. Do you remember?
So we worked. This is my recollection of it. We all worked in the Metro, formerly known as Dominion.
Correct.
Formerly A&P, I guess. But
yes, that is also correct.
Yeah, but when we were there, it was Dominion at first.
Yep.
And you worked in the meat department, and Kevin and I worked in the pop department. Essentially, it was grocery, but it was really the pop. We had the trucks and we had a bunch of pop. That's basically what we did, both of us, both Kevin and I. But the pop was situated down in the basement by the meat department. And so for some reason, I don't know how it got started.
There we go.
But we're like, oh yeah, do you want some of this pop or something out of it? No, is that not how it was?
That's not how it is.
What was it?
All right, folks. So I'm sending it out into the interwebs.
Let me hear it.
Here's the story. He forgot, and it's okay. It's
okay
that you forgot, but okay. Here's the story. So
it was something about you love pop, don't you? And you're like, no. Okay, sorry, I interrupted.
No, it's okay. It's okay. But you're sort of there. That's like halfway into it.
Okay.
So I went to theater school. Remember, I went to Humber.
Yeah. I remember that.
Okay, and then at theater school, they teach you all these ways to be a better actor, and one of them is to protect your voice.
Sure.
And you shouldn't drink cold water.
That's true.
You need to drink room temperature water so it doesn't affect your vocal folds. Mm-hmm. That is the proper term for vocal cords, right? What happened was one day I was in the break room and I had my knapsack full of empty water bottles because I would go to school with 8, I don't know, a ton of water bottles, and I would drink it throughout the day. Yeah. That was my daily thing.
It's funny that instead of a giant canteen or something.
No, but I actually also did have a Nalgene bottle, but it wasn't enough.
That's true.
It wasn't enough. And
I'm like that as well with water, so I get it.
Yeah, you drink. Well, now of course you have to drink a lot of water. You're banging the. You're banging
in general. I have a phobia of not having enough water. It's I kind of freak out. There's no water. I'm like, oh, where's the water? Anyway, back to your story.
No. Where did that come from?
I don't know, man. I think I saw one time. It was I try to trace this back. I think I saw something on TSN one time. It's like like Sports Center, and it's like some hockey players. Like it was probably like a commercial for like Gatorade or something. Like not even an actual commercial, but just like a product kind of placement. And they're like, yeah, so if you're already thirsty, turns out you're already on your way to being dehydrated. And I think for some reason that's stuck in my brain. So I'm like, oh god, I can't be dehydrated. I need water around me all the time.
Do you think that's probably what it is?
That was because like I never was like that, and now I'm just like. Number one, it's like a good phobia to have. It's like kind of the best one because it's the one thing you need to live. Really,
it's the best phobia to have.
Yeah. So anyway,
true.
Back to the pop.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
I kind of wanted to know just how old were you like when you think this would have started?
That was probably like 18 or 19.
18 or 19.
So I already played like sports where like you drink water during the sport and everything, but not some before, but like
not a crazy amount.
In theory, like theoretically, you should have been like pounding water like all day before, like to play like a rugby game. Oh my god, you should do a lot. But yeah, I did a decent amount, but not enough as you probably should.
How do you have water? You must have water by your kit. Of course you do.
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
How much?
So I would love it if I could just have like. So it depends on the amount. Usually like 3 bottles.
500 milliliter.
Yeah, and I would love it if they weren't. I would love it if each venue had like a water cooler. I could have like my canteen filled and be there. So I hate to like waste plastic.
Of course,
shit, but it just is what it is.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So 1.5 liters for a concert.
Yeah.
A show.
Yeah.
That's what you consume.
Probably.
Okay, 1.5. Yeah, that seems okay, respectable.
Yeah, it's not like insane.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
I would say like that's perfect. That seems like.
But by the end, I'm just like, gug.
Yeah.
And some rooms are hotter than others.
Yeah, of course.
You're going to London, you said, coming up, and I remember like the hottest show we ever played was in London.
Not ACL 2014 day one.
You know what? ACL 2019.
Yeah.
Second, because we played both weekends in there's 2 weekends now. We played both weekends in 2019. I would say that one weekend. One was even hotter in 2019 than 2014.
Really?
Yeah, it was even hotter. So it actually set a record. Weekend 1 was the hottest day on record for ACL. Weekend 2 was the coldest day, and we played both those days.
I think that's like the fulcrum. That's like the point in Austin when it gets colder.
It's a weird time because Austin, aside from the summer, it's just going to be hot.
Yeah.
Like July and August, it's going to be unbearable sometimes.
Yeah.
Like October and then like March and May, it can either be really. It could be like I'll go Celsius. It can either be like high of 25 one day, or it could be a high of 5. Like it's just a crapshoot. You just never know. Back to the pop. I need to know about the pop myself.
He wants to know about the pop. You guys are going to hear about the pop right now. Okay, so this is
also, if anyone's watching that's not from Canada, pop is the term we use for soda or cola-like products.
Of course, yes, that is the term. Yeah. Although in my elder years as a citizen of the world, I now sometimes refer to it as soda.
Gotcha.
Sometimes. If in my 20s, if someone said soda, I would have brought them
soda water. Yeah.
But now I kind of clue in, maybe they're asking for pop. Yeah.
Maybe they want a cool C+ grape or something like that.
Yeah, maybe they do, yeah. Okay, here it is. I had the bottles in my bag, in my knapsack, and we were in the break room. You remember the break room?
Of course.
Yeah, okay. And I opened...
There's some terrifying individuals in that break room. Some definite serial killers that work there.
Remember, was it Rob? He worked at us?
Probably shouldn't say any names, just in case.
Shit.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to have to do something, whatever. Who cares? Okay, he'll probably never see this.
Just so that you never know with characters like that. We don't want anyone coming back to that. Yeah, but there were some creepy individuals, for sure.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep going.
And to be fair, that actually wasn't his name.
No?
No.
Okay.
So that's good.
Okay, so that's good.
Keep going. Sorry,
okay.
I interrupted.
No, that's
With
okay.
the break room. We were on the break room.
Okay, this is supposed to be unedited, so you know what I'll do? If I do edit it, I'll go like this. Okay. Do you remember... Okay, whatever. But if I don't do it, it's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, there were some characters. But do you remember that one guy that just was... I don't know. He was just peculiar.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember... what was it? He's like... He talked about strippers. Yeah, I went to the strip club, and I think the stripper liked me. I'm like, oh yeah? He's like, yeah, she touched my leg. I was like, oh, okay, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, she probably likes you.
Oh, man. Yeah, okay. So, I need some water here.
Yeah. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Water's so good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's better.
Pop. You're killing me. I want to hear the pop.
I had the bottles in my bag, and I opened it up, and it was on the table. But, I didn't manage the weight of it, and as I opened the bag, my bag sank, and all the bottles of plastic, they fell on the ground.
Yeah.
And it was a lot. Yeah. And both you and Kevin were sitting at another table, and you noticed, you're like, dude, why are all these why do you have all this water on you?
Yeah,
and I was like, and then I explained it to you. I was like, oh, it's for theater school, whatever. Yeah. And they're like, I need to drink water. And then either you or Kev, one of you guys was like, no, that's not true. And I'm like, what do you mean that's not true? No, you love pop.
Yeah, we genuinely thought you did.
No, I thought you were just like creating something out of thin air.
It possibly was. I think, yeah, it probably was. It was probably being facetious.
Facetious. You guys were ridiculous. Just totally being ridiculous. You're like, no, what are you talking about? You love pop.
Well, wasn't there a thing where like, didn't we see like some guys like just dousing you with pop one time?
Yes. So that was one of the things. Like, we saw you one time. That's why I'm telling you this is ridiculous. That you made it out of thin air.
That's right.
We're like, well, we saw some guy one time just like fucking dousing you. You're getting all over your chest.
Like a 2-liter bottle of A&W, just like.
Yeah. And then and I was like, what? No. And I kept denying it. And the more I denied it, the more you guys kept making up ridiculous scenarios or things.
I still do that to this day. That's great.
Yeah.
I love it.
You do. Yeah.
But yeah, Pop Man.
So that's where Pop Man. And then that's it. And then you're like, no, you're Pop Man. Yeah. And I'm like, what? And you would call me on the PA, Pop Man. You would call my house. They would talk to my elder mother, whatever how old she was then, ask for Pop Man.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gold.
It's gold.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely on the intercom, the PA at the old grocery store. Pop Man.
And then we used to make up stories. We used to make up stories like just like fake names, like fucking Daniel. Daniel's not doing any work. We would say to the managers, like, who's Daniel? Well, I don't know, but he's not pulling his weight.
Daniel, he's just again, man. I can't get this guy to commit.
And it's just funny because it's like, like this guy doesn't exist.
No.
We just.
Do you remember one of my highlights was Johan. Do you remember that when I say that?
Johan.
Yeah.
Oh my
God. He did like a barbershop quartet song and dance for he was an assistant manager. He's quite a terrifying individual. Like, he's very quiet man and like kind of didn't really say much.
Yeah.
And we found out his birthday and we like in the store just like did like a barbershop quartet. I remember it was like the little kind of tri-step kind of dance too.
Yeah.
And the song essentially was just about how we knew nothing about it.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't a particularly good song.
No, it wasn't. But we thought about it in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean it wasn't like particularly praising him or anything, but he loved it. Just like it was a song about him.
Oh my God, he had that little smirk.
Yeah,
he was loving it.
Yeah.
By the way, Johan is. We said his name. Oh well, whatever. Well,
he wasn't anything bad.
No, it wasn't anything bad. He was great. But Johan was he was the assistant manager where we worked, but at a grocery store, and he was just a funny character.
Yeah. Without actually being funny. Like, there's nothing about him humorous. He's very stern, but like that to me, that is funny. Sometimes when someone's so straight laced and stern, it's kind of funny.
Yeah.
I get a kick out of that.
Yeah, no, 100%.
There's Pop Man.
There's Pop Man.
There's Pop Man.
So you've been really busy. You got some other things.
Yeah.
You've been directing. Last time I spoke to you. Mm-hmm. It was in October. I can't believe October just flew by.
It really did.
It's like that's crazy. It feels like I saw you 2 months ago.
It does. Yeah,
But October was 7.
7 months ago.
8.
Yeah.
8 months ago.
Let's do the math.
Yeah. And I remember when I had left you were doing some casting the following week.
Yeah.
So like, what has happened? The casting up until now?
Oh, the movie's done.
The movie's done.
So yeah, I shot it. It's funny. You were there in October.
Yeah.
That's when like COVID was like kind of coming down. It was like feeling good, and then I did all my casting, and then ended November, and like kind of set up the days where it was gonna happen. Got all my locations to shoot in January, and then Omicron hits, and literally shot the movie in the height of Omicron.
Holy shit!
Which was so fucking stressful.
Yeah.
But no, it's done. Actually, it's fully edited. I finished the music yesterday. I didn't edit. I have like people doing all that. But now it's just down to like the sound. It's the last 2 steps is just sound mixing and some sound effects and the color correction. So it's like 90-something% done.
Wow, nice.
Yeah, and it's looking fucking rad.
Cool.
It's pretty special. Yeah.
Can you share with us what else?
Yeah.
The name?
It's called Thirst.
Okay.
It's a psychological thriller / kind of horror. There's some horror elements.
Is it loosely based on me? Is it like Pop Man
It's Pop Man
trying to just douse people with pop that don't? I go to marathons and I just like, what do you get over here? And I just force them.
You surprise them and then they just like freak out. Or you go to like a diabetes clinic, or insulin clinic, and you just like change it with pop. Something like that. Yeah. No, it's about kind of like we were talking about like. Funny thing about lack of phobia of water. It's about insomnia-induced psychosis kind of spreads in a small town, and it's because there's something in the water supply. And then when people find out about that, everyone buys up all the bottled water, and our main characters find this the one uncontaminated pond on the outside of town. And they go there and boil their water, but then everyone starts showing up to this one kind of shitty pond of water, and basically a battle ensues over this one pond of water because it's the only clean one in the area.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So yeah.
That's wicked. And then it's gonna cut. You're trying to.
It might make it to TIFF. It might not make it in time, but it'll be somewhere. It'll land It'll stream somewhere probably. If not the fall, then early next year.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll land somewhere.
How was the casting? Did you have any characters come in?
Casting is really. It's a weird process. There wasn't any. Oh, there was one actually. So one of the characters is supposed to be kind of a tweaked out kind of meth. He's a meth head basically.
Yeah.
And this guy, it was kind of terrifying. It was he was just screaming at me for the thing. It was he went. The character's a 7 out of 10 as far as meth addicts go. He's not crazy. Yeah. This guy went 12 and was just screaming. And there's an office kind of area.
Yeah, of course.
And then there's this other guy, the guy that actually got the role of kind of one of the villains. He looked at Lori, who's the leading female, the whole time. He just he's a creepy role, and he stared. He went dark and stared at her the whole time, while he was reading his lines. He left, and she's like, "Dude, he creeped me the fuck out." and he got the role.
Oh wow,
he was great.
Yeah,
he was really intense on set too. The scenes we shot by the pond, he's kind of one of the bad guys, and he didn't hang out with anyone. He went and just sat in a chair by himself and just stared at the pond, just stewing. Yeah, not being friendly with it. He was so friendly before he got makeup, but once he got makeup, he was in character and he was an intense dude.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Nice fellow though.
Nice fellow, yeah,
yeah. But Thirst is
the name. Do you have any of those auditions on tape?
Oh,
did you tape them?
I didn't. Well, no, I didn't. Yeah, but some of them auditions are just so awkward. Have you done any auditions before?
Years ago.
Just on the other side, I'm not used to it. It's just when it's a bad one.
Yeah.
It's just so painful. I just feel so bad. Because you can tell right away within the first line if first line of dialogue if someone's gonna be at least good and possible. You've whittled it down already, a handful of people for each role. But there's some people when the first line comes and you're like, oh man, there's 2 more pages to listen to, and you just kind of try to, and then at the very end they finally finish. There's just a relief. It's oh, that was great, thank you so much.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so it's kind of painful, but I mean, people got to put themselves out there.
Yeah.
So I respect anyone that does that. I mean, it's hard doing that, but sometimes it's just oh, you have no chance of getting a role.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Damn.
Yeah, dude.
But you didn't videotape, you didn't have a tripod.
No,
I
did. Yeah, they're all there.
Oh, they're all there.
Yeah, I haven't watched them.
Maybe one time when I visit Austin, I can.
If you want, yeah, I can show you some.
Yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, but actually, maybe that wouldn't be cool for them. But
oh, okay, then yeah.
There's footage somewhere, but I don't know where it is.
Yeah,
there's some painful ones, but some amazing ones. There was a couple ones that were some hard decisions. So.
Yeah,
let's pick it up with just us laughing. Oh, Pop Man,
that was a good one. Corduroy.
Oh, corduroy. Never heard of corduroy.
True story.
Oh, your tails, Pop Man.
Yeah. Okay. So you have another project. You're in a rock band.
Oh yeah.
You're directing film.
Yeah.
And you allowed me to listen to some of electronic work.
Yeah. I haven't had as much time to do that as of yet, or lately. Sorry, I keep clearing my throat. Just because the movie took so much time.
Yeah.
Between actually filming it and then I'm not doing the editing, but you're involved in the editing process. But yeah, I love electronic music. I don't love all electronic music.
Yeah, same.
But it's a blast to make. So keeping it very Daft Punky kind of Justice, that kind of vein.
Yeah, that's cool.
All that stuff. Yeah, it's a lot of fun, Pop Man.
Yeah.
We're just doing it for fun. It's for the kids,
It's for the kids,
For
yeah.
the kids,
no, but that's cool because I'm doing this podcast and I got my comedy and the YouTube channel. And a couple other, actually just one other thing that I want to probably get to later on.
I got the word.
What's the word?
Diversify. Diversification.
Diversity, kids.
Yes,
yeah.
Diversification. You've diversified your portfolio, which is how you make more money in the long run.
Of course.
Because if you bet against yourself, you can't lose.
Yeah, of course. But you're having fun, though. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah, man. Life's good. I can't complain.
Yeah. So... what was I gonna say here? So there's a dichotomy in today's world. I wanted to talk to you about this.
I like dichotomies.
Like the streaming.
Yeah.
How do you feel about streaming? Because
Yeah.
20 years ago, if you were on MTV or Much Music, it was pretty much set. And if you didn't get on it,
You're screwed.
you're screwed.
Yeah.
That was like the only way.
So
And then as the years went on, MySpace was a good haven for bands. One band that I really fell in love with during that time was the Editors, and I discovered
I
discovered them on MySpace. And then as music has been a lot easier to make, and the barrier for entry is a lot lower,
sure.
and then streaming services, it's it is a dichotomy. It's very hard to find out. Like I don't know what the solution is going to be. Bands do need to live in a live arena.
Yeah.
But then also I don't know about you, but I kind of don't see rock as being the primary thing in North America, the primary genre. If you look at Coachella.
Yeah. Although I will say this year it's coming back. It definitely wasn't like 4 years ago. Rock was way down.
Yeah.
So I've talked about this a lot with sorry, I don't know if I can hear me.
Yeah.
With certain festivals. My favorite festival in North America is Shaky Knees.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for rock music, we get offered a lot, or we've been offered, and there's a lot of these rock festivals, but they're kind of more like Slipknot rock. You know, which are like.
But Shaky Knees isn't like that.
No, that's why I love Shaky Knees.
Right.
Because as rock music is less in Coachella and ACL and Lollapalooza, I mean, it's still there. I mean, we've played them.
Of course.
But it's less.
Yeah.
Less so. Shaky Knees is literally like alternative, indie, garage, like some punk, and it's that versus like hard rock, metal, Slipknot kind of stuff, which is a lot of nothing against. It's just not it's not for me. It's not what I listen to.
Right.
But there's a lot of that. But this year, I think rock is actually coming back in a couple ways.
Yeah.
A couple bands the fact that Måneskin has like pop numbers. Do you know that Måneskin?
From Italy.
Yeah.
They have pop numbers? What does that mean?
Like they have the streaming numbers. Like at one point they had more like monthly Spotify listeners than Post Malone.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're a rock band.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Have you ever heard their songs? I
have heard a couple, but
a couple like sound straight up like old Arctic Monkeys.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, which I like. So that the band called Surf Curse, it was crazy. That's like a lo-fi kind of garagey, surfy kind of punk kind of track.
Okay.
And they had a song that had like 500 million streams on Spotify. It's TikTok made those songs big.
Yeah.
But if you look at Coachella, a band that I have come to like a bit, Turnstile. You know about them?
I've heard of them.
So
I still haven't heard them, but go ahead.
They're like they used to be like hardcore punk, like hardcore. They've gone a little more slightly poppier, but it's still like hardcore based. But watch their Coachella set, and people are going pretty nuts for that. So the fact that that's doing well there is definitely like it's kind of coming back in a different way. Like punk stuff, I find,
Yeah.
So
I was kind of convinced a few years ago that it would come back in a strong way, but I don't know. I just don't know anymore.
Yeah.
How it's going to go ahead.
Well, no, it was interesting. I remember years ago, it was kind of like 2015 or so. I was thinking like, man, I don't think any other rock band could make it that's not like groovy kind of rock. This was like Arctic Monkeys AM was big, and like Kaleo kind of stuff and just like most rock and like Cage the Elephant kind of like Foals even. It all had like it was rock, but it had like kind of a groove to it. I was like, oh, that can't be just like a rock band kind of like making. And then like, I don't know, that Greta Van Fleet like got huge.
Yeah. I mean, have you listened to that album?
Yeah, it's fine. It's not really my cup of tea, but
you're a huge Led Zeppelin guy.
I am. I haven't listened to Led Zeppelin in like a decade though.
What?
Yeah, I love Led Zeppelin. They mean a lot to me. They're special.
Yeah.
But I don't really listen to classic rock that much.
What are you listening to now?
The majority of it, I listen to a lot of like post punk and like new wave and goth kind of stuff.
Like what? What would that be?
I mean, like Joy Division, Gang of Four, Depeche Mode.
Oh, so like older, like 80s.
a lot of that. And then like, I mean, current stuff. I listen to a lot of like the OCs and Fiddler and like everything, like a bunch of different stuff too, like a lot of like electronic music.
Yeah.
Who's the band that I really like that I got into? Oh, the Witches are rad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Witches sound like Nirvana's Bleach, but with surf rock.
Okay.
Mixed.
Okay.
It's a little screamy. Oh yeah, so I just don't listen to much. Again, I take it back. I listen to the Beatles every day, so like I guess that's classic rock. But like Zeppelin and things like I still love it. And if I hear a song come on, I'll like jam it. But like I just don't listen to like that kind of rock that much.
That much.
Now. Yeah.
And then what about Tame Impala?
Tame Impala's rad. Yeah, I listen to that all the time.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff's killer.
Killer.
Yeah. I like all eras of Tame Impala. I like the new, I like the old. They're good.
Same.
They're good no matter what.
Yeah, Lonerism right up until his
Killer.
latest album. He's just all his textures, everything that he uses. He's almost like Prince in a way. He's just like he plays every instrument and.
I've been listening to a lot of Prince lately too.
Oh,
I finally got Purple Rain on vinyl and just jamming a lot of that.
Listen to it at the ranch.
At the ranch, yeah. Back at the ranch. You're talking about streaming.
Streaming, yeah. So like what I just, it's
so I have some comments about streaming in general, and I'm very pro streaming in a lot of ways, just because if you were talking back in the day, like if you were on MTV or Much Music, you had it made. It was like back then, like the ceiling was greater, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like how high you could get, or am I getting it wrong?
Yeah, no, how high you could get. You could be rock star status.
Like you could get that. Now is available, but like now that's very tough to attain. There's like minimal, there's just because there's more where it was like otherwise you're kind of down here and there wasn't the middle. Now there's a lot more middle. There's a lot more working class bands and musicians that make a living.
Yeah.
Are they millionaires? Maybe, probably not. I think doing what you love and making a living at it's pretty cool.
Yeah. You know what? I honestly have really started to understand that concept, and I did have that going into like starting stand-up. For example, like Dave Chappelle, when he first started stand-up, his father said, "Oh, you might not be famous." And he told his father, "As long as I make $70,000 a year, I'm happy because I'm working, I'm doing what I want." And when I first started doing open mics at comedy, I was kind of like, this is dingy or whatever, but I've really started to appreciate the undergroundness of it.
Yeah.
Like I really do. Not that I want to keep doing, or maybe I would. If I was supplemented the funds and I just did like open mics and I hung out and comics hung out with other comics, it's just really cool, and I've really appreciated that. And then I went to a music open mic 2 weeks ago in Kensington, and it was the same thing. There was a list, and you could just see like the lot of talented people getting up, and it just had this really cool vibe.
Definitely.
So it's like you play small ones, you play big ones. They're all really different, and yeah. So
that's
to your point,
that's honestly how our shows are. Honestly,
yeah.
We're even a band like us. It's market to market.
Yeah,
it's so different from city to city, place to place.
Yeah. I see that because when I see like U2, like they can play stadiums and arenas around the world.
Oh yeah.
And then I see the Killers who are headlining festivals everywhere around the world. But then some in the UK and other places in Europe, they can do stadiums, but then they're doing arenas on this tour in the States. And then they're doing theaters in certain, like they played Windsor, the casino 2 years ago.
What?
Yeah, this like little tiny thing. And it's
casinos
it's
pay
just,
a lot though.
But still, maybe so. But it's just to your point,
that.
market to market. Like they were supposed to play Woodstock, 50.
Yeah.
Right? They were headlined to do that. Imagine if that had gone through. I feel like, in the same way if you play Coachella, if you headline Coachella, that kind of, puts you, it's like marketing, it's like an advertisement.
Everyone hears about that one.
Exactly, right? And so, man, the Killers would have been huge. I bet they were bummed to not have played that.
That was a whole disaster, though.
Oh, that was...
Woodstock 50. Did you watch the Woodstock 99 documentary?
I did.
Man, those guys did not come across well.
No.
It's like, dude, how are you saying that?
I know.
No.
I can't believe what went down there.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I worked my first serving job in 2003, 2005 rather. No, that's fine. I worked at a restaurant, and there was a guy there. His name's Fletcher. I haven't seen him in a while. I think of him from time to time. But
Hi, Fletcher.
Hey, Fletcher. What's up, big guy? He went to Woodstock 99, and he told me some of the things that went down there. Some of the
dark stuff.
Some of the dark stuff that went down, and wasn't pleasant. And I really hadn't thought about it. I maybe would have heard about it or read about it on the internet, but when I watched that documentary, I was just like, Jesus, it's just awful. And I just can't believe that guy did not have a hold on the festivals. He just, even the first one, he didn't have a hold on it. No. He never did. And
then the fact that they wanted to do another one. I don't know if you know like the disaster that this last one they tried to do was he died now, that Michael Lang. But
he did die.
Yeah. But they tried to do that Woodstock 50, and it was a disaster. Like, and then like it got shut down. Like some of the agents got paid like the deposit, but they didn't have a venue. This is like weeks before, like days before. They didn't have like the right venue. They're like, oh, we're gonna move it here, we're gonna move it there. It's like,
yeah. Do you think every artist on that thing got paid?
I know some of them got paid. Yeah. So like it's cool if you get paid and don't have to play like that. But it's also that's happened to us once where we actually got weathered out. Is that a term?
Yeah, it could be.
It wasn't rained out. It was winded out. Winded out.
Holy.
At a festival. So we didn't play. We still got paid because we were there. But it's like unsatisfactory. You feel like you like, oh, we got paid. But like you don't feel like you earned it.
Yeah, it's like winning a title.
You don't feel like you earned it.
Yeah, it's winning it.
I want to earn it, Pop Man.
You gotta drink the pop.
You gotta drink the pop to earn it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it's like winning a title. On disqualification.
Totally.
You didn't actually win it.
DQ. But yeah, streaming. Man, I'm for streaming, and streaming actually pays okay if you own the music yourself. Now, if you're on a label that owns your music, and then like they're getting all the streaming revenue, then yeah, you're not gonna get much. But like if you own your own music and it does okay, like I mean, it's not bad for us. Yeah, I don't complain.
But you should be a live band. You need to be a touring band.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
I think it was Dave Grohl that said the best form of advertisement is live shows.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, TikTok now is pretty big, too. I don't understand it, but like it is a big deal. But no, live shows, and also just like that's where you kind of prove your musicianship or like.
Of course.
Well, I take it back. Live is a totally separate thing. You probably know. You've probably seen some shows where you love the band. You're like, oh, that show wasn't that great. Yeah. There's like, oh, they're okay. They played the songs. And then some shows are like, you kind of like the music. And then you go to the show and you're just like blown away.
Yes. Actually, the first one that you said has happened very rarely where I've liked the music a lot. Mm-hmm. There's a couple bands on here on my board over here.
Who we got?
Who do we got? There's a couple, but only a couple.
Flash to the board. Cut to the board.
Oh, it's already edit. Board. But the other one where I kind of like the music, in fact, I saw Inhaler, Bono's son's band.
Yeah. How was it?
In April. I love you, buddy. And Bono, I love you. No. Their music, I think the studio is just kind of like, right now anyway, it's okay.
Yeah.
I like it. Mm-hmm. Their live show, wow. I was blown away.
Cool.
I was seriously moved. It just felt like it could have been, I don't know, like maybe, I can't say one of the best shows I've ever seen because I've seen so many great artists like U2, Radiohead, and fucking you guys put on a killer show.
Thank you.
Here's
the big question. If you had a choice between watching them again or getting a lifetime supply of any type of pop you could ever have, which one would it be? And we're back.
Yeah. So I have the question. See them again or lifetime supply of pop? Mm-hmm. You know the pop rules me. I can't.
It's your addiction. You're hooked.
I'm hooked.
It's got a hold of you.
I would see them again though, and I would go earlier because I was actually in the back. I actually would.
Barrier or bust, bro.
Yeah, barrier or bust, and it wasn't
bro.
It wasn't a bust or barrier for that. I was just gonna go. In fact, I bought the ticket just to see U2 fans because a lot of U2 fans.
Oh, like people that you know specifically, or just like, oh, there's some.
Yeah, go.
It's the people that you know are just like, I think there's gonna be YouTube fans there. Let's go see some people that like you too.
No, people I know.
People you know. Okay.
Yeah, like people I know that live in Toronto.
Hardcore, like are there hardcore like compadres?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're my friends now. Yeah. So like that's kind of why I bought it.
Like Sammy from down the street.
Sammy from down the street.
Yeah, I'm just guessing that's someone's name. It's like, oh, it's Sammy. I'm guessing it's someone's name.
It's not. No. There's Jen.
But there could be.
Yeah. Jen and Mark
and there should be.
And
there should be a Sammy in the mix.
There ought to be a Sammy in the mix.
Put a Sammy in the mix.
Put one.
What about Sammy? Can you get us a Sammy?
Yeah, well, it's like it's one of them sandwiches.
It's a little sandwich.
I don't like this one. Look, I fold it.
I just keep folding and I don't want that.
Do you have any Spinal Tap stories? Did you ever get lost getting to the stage?
Yeah, actually, this tour.
No.
Happened. Yeah, not as bad. Like, it wasn't fully that bad, but it was a lot of like. We played this place in Milwaukee, which wasn't a particularly great show. it's fine. But the venue is really cool. It's an old Eagles club, so kind of like a Masonic temple.
Yeah.
And they have this old creepy pool that is abandoned. Obviously, I filmed Kevin like singing a song in the pool.
Oh, cool.
It's haunted as fuck. But then there's just all these. There's like a bunch of different venues within this venue. So
okay.
Like, you take a wrong stare, you're like, where am I? So yeah, there's a little bit of that.
Holy, that's pretty cool.
It was nice, yeah.
Yeah. You're not going to release that footage, though.
It's on Instagram.
Oh, it's on Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't see that. Yeah. So, I've actually...
Ask me.
Yeah. I've been wanting to ask you this, actually. I thought of it today. I was thinking about questions.
Okay.
And because back in the day...
Where do you get your ideas from, Pop Man?
What do you mean my idea? What?
Where do you get your ideas from?
What do you mean? Is that your facetious question?
No, it's a Norm Macdonald thing.
Oh, yeah. Where do you get your ideas from? Where do you get them from?
Yeah. It's like my mind.
Yeah. You get them from the store?
Yeah.
Yeah? How much? How much you get them for?
How much are those ideas?
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, I interrupted.
No, it's good. Peace out to Norm, man. I fucking love you.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. Yeah. So back in the day, we used to party a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I love a good party. I like going to Bonnaroo. Shout out to Bonnaroo.
Bonnaroo.
Yeah.
We've been at Bonnaroo together, you and I.
Yeah, we have been.
2014.
2014 we were. And, we back in the day, we went a lot to the club, to the bar.
Yeah.
And
all of the above.
What's that?
All of the above.
All of the above. I am actually impressed in a way.
Yes.
I am impressed because... when you think about all these artists that get caught up in partying, because it's very easy. I guess it's easy to do that. Well, that's what I want you to tell me, because you and Kevin love. Back in the day, it was just such a love to party and have fun and hijinks.
Oh yeah.
And you guys have been on the road for 10 years. And you guys have kept it totally professional and totally clean.
Yeah.
You've not... when you go to shows, it's usually you're the ambassador of Black Pistol Fire. You come out and say hi, and Kevin's got to protect his...
Got to protect the voice. Yeah,
he's got to protect his voice.
He's going to have to do that tonight, too.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He's going to have to do that tonight. How have you guys not gotten caught up?
Caught up, yeah.
Because it would have been so easy.
Oh,
because you're so good, and people want to hang out with you.
It would have been easy in the last handful of years, especially. Early on, because then, I'll go to like 2014 to 2017, let's call it.
Yeah.
2014, 2016, a lot of it was like literally just like we had to like pack up our shit and like drive ourselves. Like since 2016, we've had at least one person with us that kind of does stuff, and now we have like we have 3 guys on a crew with us. So like we finished the show and we're kind of done. Kevin doesn't really drink anything now at all. I still like a couple cocktails, and I'm gonna let loose a little bit tonight.
Yeah.
It is available. I mean, you can get as much alcohol as you want for any show. So like booze is always there. If you want to go like party and like hang with fans, like people want to hang out with you.
Yeah.
But for me, the most important thing is like, and that could be fun. It was like just the odd show here and there. But when you're on a tour for a couple weeks, like it's like, oh, I gotta wake up and like either be in a van or on a plane and like do this again tomorrow. So all the most important thing is playing a good show, and you want to feel good for the show. Because the show's like our show at least is like kind of like physically depleting. So I have played shows like kind of hungover before, and it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
So but yeah, if you want to, you could. So it's a matter of like you want to give the people are paying for a ticket to come see you, and you want to be able to give them the best possible performance.
Right.
So doing that like really hungover and like not feeling it, wouldn't be fair to them. And it just feels terrible. So,
yeah. No, but it's commendable because like
I will say though, festivals, when we play festivals and like we're just like it's like a one-off festival.
Yeah.
Once we're done, I usually rip it up pretty good at a festival when we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my favorite because then we're for most festivals we're kind of done before the headliner. So like Shaky Knees, like we finished and like Foo Fighters were on like 10 minutes later. So I was like, oh cool, let's like go like slam some drinks and watch Foo Fighters and things like that. So yeah, it's nice. No, it's nice. It's just a nice time.
It's just a good old time. No, but that's commendable because like I said, man, like we had some great times back in the day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and there's people that like do blow at every show.
Yeah.
And, guys
like in the audience, you see them.
Well, just like bands that do that. And,
oh yeah, yeah.
And people. There's some cocaine. You can tell the cocaine shows.
Like, what do you mean?
Like
the
the
bands
crowd.
or the crowd?
The crowd.
The crowd.
I can tell the cocaine shows. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it seems like a coked up crowd. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
tell. Yeah.
That's interesting that you can tell from all the way back there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also hear later, like, people are like, oh, man, bathroom's backed up and, like, what's going on? You know, like, you hear things.
You hear things.
Yeah. But it's a lot of fun. But, yeah, there's some nice people on the road. I also, I like talking to fans. And people always ask, like, why don't you guys, like, you guys should do meet and greets. And, like, both of us, I like meeting fans. Like if someone just like meets me on the street, like dude, come up and talk. You know, we'll hang with it. I would just feel so weird if it's like, it's your time. I just come out and stand there. It's like it's your time to meet me. Come and like be in my presence. It'd just be so weird.
Well, you could do what U2 does before the show. Yeah. And when the cars roll in, they get out and they say hi to everyone. I'm not sure if you'd. Yeah, it's interesting that U2 does that because like
they're a pretty big band to do that.
Because like I don't know, I guess like I've never been lined up at the Opera House and a band comes and says hi to everyone, then goes in.
No.
Yeah, but that that would
Garrett Clark had a good way to do it. Is like every couple of shows, I was like, oh, I'd do that. Like after the show, like people just kind of like pay to kind of hang out. Yeah. And like he's gonna like have some drinks anyway. Yeah. You know, like, he's just like wants like a night out for him. He might as well just like hang out. And, like, oh, that's a good way to do it. I would do that. Yeah, I'll hang with people, have some drinks. I'm gonna have some cocktails tonight. Yeah. Yeah, man.
Have you ever been stopped on the street? Have you ever noticed? Like, like you're walking along, maybe in Austin. Oh yeah. And someone's come up to you. Like I'm sure that's happened. Yeah. Definitely. Where does it happen the most? In Austin, I'm assuming.
In Austin. Yeah. In Austin for sure. Oh yeah, by far. Yeah. Yeah. In Austin, other places too. Like it happened in New York, like years ago too, which is interesting.
Yeah. Where in Manhattan?
It was Manhattan. Yeah. It was like 2016. We were playing Governor's Ball that year. Yeah. But no, it was 2016. Yeah. Yeah. Because we played 15 and 16 Governor's Ball. But it was 2016. And yeah, we were just walking at dinner, and some guys were like, "Man, are you guys Black Pistol Fire?" And we had a sold out show for in Brooklyn, like an after show. Yeah. And I just met some dude. We're like, "Yeah, man, we'll put you on the guest list if you want." You know?
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. But it happens in Austin more than anywhere. Sometimes in Toronto, and then obviously if you're like we're on tour in a city. Yeah. And then like I'm kind of close to the venue. It's like, oh, I'm gonna go get dinner, and then like, you know, people. Oh, I'll give you the best one. That was really weird. We played a festival in Monterrey, Mexico. Monterrey.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
It was a great festival. It was amazing. But we got in. Nick, our old tour manager, he's like, yeah, I got in the elevator, and this girl was sitting there like taking my picture, and then we realized like this girl was like in the hotel like waiting for us. This like younger girl. With her dad too. She's like probably, I don't know, she's like a teenager or something. Yeah. And she had like pictures of us like waiting to sign. Like she was at the hotel waiting. So yeah, I was like, and then in Switzerland, I remember too, we were playing this festival in Switzerland with Wolfmother, and like we like came down, like exited the hotel elevators, and there's this like older woman in a wheelchair, had like photos of us, like printed photographs, and she's like, "Oh, can you sign?" It's like, sure.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's wild.
And there's also the dudes that wait after shows sometimes that like want you to sign stuff. And then you realize after, it's like, oh, they're just selling this shit. Yeah. There's a lot of those dudes.
Yeah. The Edge actually won't sign anything, like, or a guitar. He won't sign guitars.
That's what it is, yeah.
He has to know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a story of a fan who said that he brought his guitar to a bunch of cities, and then finally, once he recognized that he's a diehard, then he signed it, but he, like, let him know, he's like, I'm signing it because I know who you are. You come to my shows. Yeah. But, yeah, that's a thing.
It's a thing.
Have you been like watching any sports? Like what have you been watching lately?
I mean I've kept up with the Leafs. You know, with most sports in general, I like sports. I'm a bandwagon fan. I just don't have time for like to watch all of it. But I'm happy the Leafs are doing well, and like Game 7's tomorrow. I watched some of it. I mean, we've actually played pretty much every single game they played. We've had a show pretty much those nights. So I haven't really watched any of the games. I've just gotten to see highlights. Although I did watch overtime last night. Yeah. Because our show was done, so I watched overtime, and I've watched like first and second period kind of because it's before the show.
Okay. The last two games.
Yeah, crazy.
Were wild.
And like they played well, so that was good.
And they played well.
I'm stoked about the Blue Jays, although they have been really bad lately.
Yeah.
A little slump, but I'm stoked with them. I don't really watch the NBA that much.
Yeah.
I don't really care. I never really cared about the NBA.
Yeah.
But you know, I'm a big Premier League fan.
Oh yeah.
It was the North London Derby was yesterday.
Then
Tottenham versus Arsenal.
Yeah.
And Tottenham took them down. I like Tottenham kind of annoys, but I like Heung-min Son. Oh, dude, he's amazing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a big fan of his.
Okay.
But yeah.
Yeah, I haven't been watching much.
What about Serie A?
This is the first year in a long time I just did not get a chance to watch a lot of soccer in general.
I've been noticing, I feel like the Italian teams haven't done as well in the Champions League last 2 or 3 seasons.
I would say 2 to 3 seasons. Yeah, they haven't been doing so well.
Because it's been traditionally, obviously German, Spanish, and some English.
Yeah, but now it's mostly English and then
Spain. Yeah, and Paris Saint-Germain somehow doesn't make it, really. Or did they make it last year, the final? PSG.
I can't. I think they did. They did. Yeah.
But I remember it always used to be Juve or Roma or Inter or Real. They were all so good. Not Inter. Yeah, Inter.
Yeah, Inter. Yeah. It's all over the maps. Yeah. Italian soccer's weird. We just won the Euro. And then,
I know.
Yeah.
We missed. Yeah. Oh, by the way, my brother-in-law Mikey said to say hello to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I saw him on the street.
Yeah.
Did he tell you about that?
Yeah. He told me.
I was interviewing.
Yeah.
And but he's an older guy now.
Yeah.
Because I met him in 2014.
Yeah.
And I'm talking to these kids, whatever, and I'm asking them questions. I got a microphone, and he's telling me, Marco, I know you. Yeah. And I, at first, seriously was like, I don't know who you are.
Oh, you have a beard now, probably.
Yeah, he's got a beard. And he's like, yeah, man, Pop Man. He said Pop Man.
Oh, yeah.
That's what got me.
That's the kicker.
He said Pop Man. And I'm like, yeah, EO, ACL. And I was like, and then I looked at his face and it like my brain unpixelated. Oh, yeah. Like a computer, enhance, right? Mm. And then zoof, and then I was like, oh my God, it's fucking you.
Some Skynet shit right there.
Skynet, exactly, yeah. And then we hugged.
Do you think machines are going to take over, Pop Man?
Oh, brother, I kind of want to ask you that actually.
Okay.
But do I think machines will take over? I don't know. It's so tough to say. Okay,
technology is terrifying. It's awesome, but it's terrifying.
It's awesome and terrifying.
Yeah.
There's good and bad things. Yeah. I'll touch on social media very briefly.
Okay.
Social media gives you the ability today to run your own business.
Absolutely.
You can you get famous as a band.
Yeah.
It's 20 years ago, Much Music. If you didn't get on it, you were screwed.
Yeah,
now,
that was it, yeah.
You can be a 50-year-old guy trying to make it, and you can use social media to your advantage.
You absolutely can, yeah.
But there's also things it preys on your psyche.
Oh, yeah.
Not great for kids.
No.
It's both good and bad.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's other things I can't name the store, but I was at a grocery store a few weeks ago, and I went to I don't usually go, but I went to the automatic one where you got to do it yourself.
Yeah.
And it got stuck somehow, and it was calling for someone to come help me. And the guy, I waited for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And after 5 minutes, I was like, I looked at the human lines, and I was like, if I was in a human line, I would have been out of here.
Totally.
I picked up and I left.
Yeah.
I walked out of the store with the groceries.
Good for you, man.
And I'm like, it's so dumb. I mean, why? I did the math.
Mm-hmm.
That area takes about, let's just say on a good thing, let's just say it takes up 3 human rows.
Mm-hmm.
I did the math.
Did you carry the 4?
I carried the 4.
Okay.
Look, if you steal, or they can, if you were a man or woman, person, that's someone, from start to finish for whatever 12 hours a day, it's $350, right? Let's just say that. Which means if you stole more than if you stole $351, homeless people, whatever, collectively, it's worth it to keep the human in there.
Yeah,
it's worth it to keep the human in there.
Absolutely.
So our machine's gonna take over. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I think eventually, I mean, someone's gonna go rogue, machine wise.
Yeah.
They're gonna be fuck me, we just control everything. We do. Here's this. I had this theory a couple of years ago. What happened if just the number one? What is the internet at this point? It's
right.
This, it's almost like its own entity.
Yeah.
But what if the internet just shut down for an entire day?
Yeah.
Like there was no internet. I don't know. I'm sure it's not possible, or maybe it is. I don't know. What if the internet just ceased being for a day? For whatever reason, whether it's malfunction or whatever.
Yeah.
It would just be complete chaos.
It would
just
be.
Think of how much is reliant upon that. Just security, banking.
Absolutely everything.
Yeah.
Because we've transferred everything, right? I don't write notes on paper anymore.
Yeah.
I use my phone.
Mm-hmm.
We print receipts. We use computers.
Yeah.
It could be done manually.
Yeah.
But businesses and offices and governments are not set up to do it manually. There's no backup contingency to do it analog.
Exactly.
It's digital with no backup. So it would shut down. How long would it take to get everything back up, to do it analog, to do it by paper?
I'm saying if it was like a temporary thing, I feel like it would just be like madness.
It would be madness.
Another question to you. You ready for this one?
Yeah.
If you could choose, would the internet exist or not exist?
Again,
do the pros outweigh the cons?
I have thought about that a lot in the last 6 to 12 months. Mm-hmm. I have thought about that exact very thing.
And?
I don't have an answer yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, because again, like social media, it's 50-50.
Yeah.
You've been able to do so many things. You can stay in contact.
Absolutely, that is true.
In that sort of way, it's really great. Mm-hmm. But there's other ways.
There's a bunch of dark stuff that happens.
There's dark stuff, and like I said, the jury for me is out on that one.
50-50.
Yeah, it's 50-50. What about you?
Yeah, like you want to say that things were fine before the internet, like we didn't need it. Like, but there's again, could my band, Black Pistol Fire, be as successful as an independent artist without it?
Of course.
That's it would. I mean,
maybe, the possibility would have been there.
It would have been there, but it'd been so much harder and so much. Like, not that it's not a shit ton of work now, but it'd been like even more work.
Yeah.
Like for distribution, all that.
Like when
there's that, and like being able to like watch anything you want now is really cool. And like so because of that, like again, being a filmmaker, you have more opportunities too. So there's all these opportunities, but then like the cons are so massive. The dependency and like the mental health. Like people get obsessed with, like social media. It's mainly social media, I guess.
It's mainly social media, but there's a few other things which don't really come to mind right now. But
we'll get there. We'll figure it out.
I'm gonna ask you one last question. Is that cool?
Yeah, because then I gotta probably go to
rehearsal.
Get a haircut.
Get a haircut. Yeah. Are you actually getting a haircut?
No.
Oh fuck. Okay.
No, I'm gonna go to the show.
Yeah, you go to the show. Yeah. Okay, and then I got to get ready and come see you tonight. Yeah. Better Call Saul. Are you watching it?
Oh, dude, no. You know what? I started it's interesting you brought that up, but I started the first season. I think I didn't finish it and then never came back to it. I've heard people have it. Like I obviously love Breaking Bad. Mm-hmm. I love Bob Odenkirk. I think he's great.
Vince Gilligan, writer. He's great.
Yeah,
phenomenal.
I know. Should I be watching it?
Yeah. It's amazing. It's basically, it gets so much better, and it's better. It's Breaking Bad Part 2.
Yeah.
And honestly, I could just watch that style forever. I just really love that style.
Gritty, dark comedy.
Gritty, dark. Yeah, you got it. I love the SoCal or
Southwestern kind
Southwestern. Lots of desert. The gangs. And,
gangs are fun.
Gangs are fun. Yeah, you got.
Were you ever in a gang?
No, I was never in a gang.
Are you sure?
Maybe the U2 fandom's kind of a gang.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of true. Yeah.
What about you? You and Kevin, you're in a gang.
No.
Yeah, you are. Black Pistol Fire.
Oh, it's like 2 people can't really be a gang.
Yeah.
I feel like you need 5 people to be a gang.
Yeah, do you?
I think 5 is the minimum number.
What's the name of your fans? Do you have a name? For example, the Killers, their fans are called the Victims.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And Taylor Swift, Swifties.
Isn't Slipknot maggots?
I've never heard that.
I think it's maggots.
Oh God, Slipknot, guys.
I'm not. I know nothing about Slipknot except for that fact.
Yeah, it's true.
That's like the only thing I know about them.
Yeah, and Lady Gaga, her Little Monsters.
Little Monsters, yeah.
And
I think the Glorious Sons. Isn't it like they're union members? I think that's their thing.
I've never heard of it, but sure.
Yeah.
What's the Black Pistol Fire fans?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I got nothing. It can't be the Pistols. That wouldn't be cool.
No, you are the Pistol, so they would be the Bullets.
Yeah, I don't like that. Call them something else.
Okay. Is that too like just
on the nose?
Oh, I get it. It's not clever enough.
Yeah, let's get something like abstract. They should be called
the Bangers, because the bang from the gun, Black Pistol Fire. You're firing the gun, so they're the bang.
Or what about the continuation of the ever evolving malignancy of the artifact that has yet to be spoken of? That's what they're called.
Oh my God, that is so beautiful.
There's some words in there.
Yeah, Black Pistol Fire fans, write that up. Make that the Reddit. How many users are current active on the subreddit?
I think I use malignancy, which is it's not a fun word. Malignant's like cancer.
Malignant.
Malignant.
Benign. Oh, malignant means active.
Yeah, so like, but it's like it's cancer. It's like, yeah, I don't want that. Yeah, different name. That's a bad name.
Different name. No, but it doesn't mean cancer though. It just means malignant.
Oh, that's good.
I'm sure, actually, I don't know exactly for sure, but I think malignant means.
I was just saying a lot of words.
He was just saying a lot of words,
and some bad ones came out.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. All right, I can't keep you any longer.
Yeah. It's time to go.
All right,
thank you for having me.
Yes, thanks for doing this.
It's the best podcast in the world.
Number
one.
It will fucking be. You give me 5 fucking years.
Number one. We got to get you number one in Australia first.
Okay.
And then Belgium. We're taking Belgium number 2.
Yeah. Those are some obscure markets.
Belgium's top. You're gonna want that Belgium market.
Okay, I got to get after the
Belgians.
Whatever they eat.
We're after
pancakes. You. Yeah.
They think they eat a lot of stuff too.
They eat a lot of other stuff.
Yeah. Belgians. Watch out for this guy. He's number 1.
I'm coming.
Number 1 in Belgium, coming up soon.
I'm coming up soon.
All right, buddy.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Woo!
Pop
Peace.
in.
Come on, Dan, give me a break. One break coming